let's talk about something called the IAM, Identity and Access Management. So what is an IAM? Think about an IAM like a bodyguard just in front of your resources or the server, which cross-verify every connection that is made to the server in place. It checks the credential, it checks the permission whether the user has the permission, correct permission or not, to connect to that respective server as well. So IAM is like a bodyguard that you have in place, which protects your respective resources, right, by cross-verifying them, right, by scrutinizing those requests that wants to connect to the respective server or the resources. So there are 4 pillars of the IAM. First is identification, second is authentication, third is authorization, and fourth is accounting. In the first, in identification, you identify whether this particular person already has a presence into the system or not. Then in the second place, authentication, you ask the person for any sort of a credential like a password, PIN, biometrics, correct? And if he provides that, that means that that person is who he say he is. Then comes the authorization, that okay, perfectly fine, this person belongs to the organization, he has provided the correct credentials, but now does he have the proper permissions to connect to that respective server? Because you are provided the access based upon your respective job role. So if you are working in the DevOps, you will be provided the access to the DevOps servers, not to the sales servers, right? You do not have the permission for that. That falls under the authorization. What you are authorized, what kind of permissions you have in place, and that's completely dependent upon your job role. Then comes the accounting. In the accounting, you make a list, you collect the logs of the person's activity in place, right? Does he's following all the rules and regulation, or does he's trying to hack into a system which he is not authorized to, or try to gain an access to a system which he is not authorized to? So in your logs, right, everything we noted down in place. Okay, that's what comes into the accounting part, looking from the behavior of that particular person, right? Okay, so now IAM is not just only into the on-premise, it's also into the cloud environment as well. So in the AWS also we have something, an IAM service, which does the same thing. You can create up an IAM and that act as a barrier to your respective resources. So it can ask for your username, password, right, and authorization. Those all the things, all those same pillars applies here as well. So what kind of an activity you can do into the IAM into the cloud? You can create the user, the very important thing that you can create as an impulse user. So now what happens is that there is over the screen, you can see that there is a user with the name of Amit. So Amit as a user can access my AWS account and its respective resources, right? Initially, when Amit will be trying to access my login, he will be having 0 permissions. That is called deny by default. That till the time no permission is given to you, you cannot access anything. So when Amit will log in order to access the content of my AWS account, he will not be able to do anything. So as a root, I have to give him the permission to do some sort of an activities into it, right? That's the thing we have into it. That is only possible through the IAM. So using the IAM, you can create the users, provide them the access to the respective resources. You can create group, and to the group, you can put all the users with the same purpose, same goal under one roof, correct? And it becomes very easy to manage those users. So let's suppose, for example, you have 10 users and you want to attach a policy to them. Instead of going to each user and attaching a policy individually, what you can do is that you can create a group and put all the users inside that particular group in place. And now all you need to do is that attach a policy to the group and you're all set. Now all the individual automatically that are part of the group would be inheriting that particular policy from the group they are part of, right? That is called policy inheritance. Then you can create up roles as well. You can create policies. Okay, so a lot of stuff you can do into this thing, which is called AWS IAM. So guys, that's it. Thank you.